Let me tell you something real quick. You're the biggest obstacle in your own way. You can't blame the world, your friends, your family, or your circumstances for where you are. No, it starts with you. The moment you start pointing fingers, you're giving away your power. Now, I'm not saying life's easy. Life can knock you down. It can throw you off course. But the thing is, life doesn't care about your excuses. Life responds to action. If you want to change your life, you've got to look in the mirror and fix yourself. You see, everybody wants to win, but not everybody wants to put in the work. Everybody wants success, but most are running from the grind. You can talk all day about what you deserve, but you will only ever get what you are willing to work for. The truth is, if you don't fix your mindset, fix your habits, fix your attitude, you will stay exactly where you are. It's not about where you come from or what you didn't have. It's about what you're willing to do right now. You want better? Then be better. You want more? Then give more. You want to be respected? Then be disciplined. It's that simple. But simple doesn't mean easy. You'll be tested. You'll face setbacks. But that's part of it. The key is to keep moving. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for a miracle. Fix yourself step by step, day by day. Only then will you start seeing the results you've been chasing. Take ownership, stop blaming others for your situation. True change begins when you hold yourself accountable. Embrace discipline. Success comes from hard work, consistency, and discipline, not shortcuts or luck. Fix your mindset. You need a strong, resilient mindset to overcome obstacles. Your thoughts shape your reality. Stop making excuses. Excuses keep you comfortable, but they also keep you stuck. If you want to grow, you have to stop justifying your limitations. Change your habits. Your daily actions reflect where you're headed. Fix the habits that hold you back and build habits that push you forward. Persevere through setbacks. Failure is part of the process. Learn from it, adjust, and keep moving. Never quit just because it gets tough. Act now. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Start with what you have, where you are. Progress is better than perfection. Take ownership. Taking ownership means accepting full responsibility for your life, your successes, your failures, and everything in between. It's easy to blame external factors, the economy, your upbringing, the people around you, or your circumstances. But as long as you shift the blame to something or someone else, you remain powerless to make real change. When you take ownership, you stop playing the victim. You acknowledge that while you can't control everything that happens to you, you can control how you respond. It's about recognizing that your decisions, your actions, and even your inaction have led you to where you are today. The good news is, if you're responsible for where you are, then you also have the power to change where you're headed. Ownership is about looking in the mirror and saying, it's on me. If you want to be more successful, more disciplined, more focused, it's on you to make that happen. No one is going to hand you the life you want. If you're unhappy with where you are, you need to ask yourself, what am I doing or not doing that's keeping me stuck? Once you figure that out, it's time to act. Taking ownership is liberating because it means the power to change is in your hands. You don't need to wait for circumstances to improve or for someone else to give you a break. You get to decide how hard you work, how disciplined you are, how resilient you'll be in the face of challenges. The moment you stop blaming others and start taking ownership is the moment you take control of your future. Embrace discipline. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's not glamorous or easy, but it's essential if you're serious about achieving your goals. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early, putting in extra effort, saying no to distractions, and committing to the process every single day. In a world full of quick fixes and shortcuts, discipline sets you apart. It's easy to stay comfortable, but comfort never leads to greatness. Discipline requires sacrifice. It means delaying gratification and understanding that the reward comes later. It's choosing long-term success over short-term pleasure. And that's hard because your mind will constantly seek the path of least resistance. But the greatest achievements in life demand discipline, because nothing worth having comes without effort. Embracing discipline is about mastering your habits and routines. If you want to grow, you have to train yourself to consistently show up, whether it's for your health, your career, your relationships, or your personal development. Success isn't a one-time thing, it's built through the small daily choices you make. Discipline ensures that you're making the right choices even when no one's watching, even when it's uncomfortable, and even when it feels like nothing's happening. And let's be clear, motivation can come and go. You'll have days when you feel unstoppable and days when you feel like quitting. But discipline keeps you on track, even when motivation fades. When you're disciplined, you don't rely on how you feel in the moment, you rely on your commitment to the process. You train yourself to push through obstacles and stay focused, even when the road gets tough. Discipline also builds confidence. Every time you follow through on a promise you made to yourself, you strengthen your belief in your own capabilities. You prove to yourself that you have control over your actions, that you are the kind of person who does what needs to be done. This internal belief system is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. At the core of embracing discipline is understanding that it's the key to unlocking your potential. It's not just about working hard, it's about working smart and consistently. Discipline ensures that you're taking steady steps towards your goals, even when progress seems slow. When you learn to embrace discipline, you develop the resilience and focus necessary to turn your vision into reality. In the end, discipline is what allows you to build the life you truly want, rather than settling for the life that happens to you. It's the secret weapon that turns goals into achievements and dreams into reality. Fix your mindset. Your mindset is the foundation of everything you do. It shapes the way you see the world, how you approach challenges, and ultimately the level of success you can achieve. If you want to improve your life, the first step is to fix your mindset. A strong, resilient mindset is the key to unlocking your potential and navigating life's obstacles. There are two primary types of mindsets: fixed and growth. A fixed mindset believes that abilities, intelligence, and talents are set in stone, that you are who you are, and nothing can change that. People with a fixed mindset often fear failure because it feels like a direct reflection of their limitations. They avoid challenges because they see them as threats, not opportunities. On the other hand, a growth mindset believes that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and perseverance. People with a growth mindset embrace challenges, knowing that struggle is part of growth. They view failure not as an endpoint, but as a stepping stone to success. They understand that setbacks are temporary and that they can always improve if they keep working at it. To fix your mindset is to shift from limiting beliefs to empowering ones. You need to train your brain to think differently, to see challenges as opportunities for growth, and to view effort as a path to mastery. The thoughts you feed yourself daily have a direct impact on your actions. If you believe you're stuck, you'll stay stuck. But if you believe you can improve, then you'll find ways to push forward. A critical part of fixing your mindset is developing resilience. Life will throw obstacles your way. You will experience failure, frustration, and doubt. But how you respond to these moments defines your future. With a fixed mindset, these setbacks can seem insurmountable, but with a growth mindset, they become lessons. You understand that adversity is part of the process and that it's temporary. You learn to get back up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward with more wisdom and determination than before. Another key element is self-talk. The way you speak to yourself matters more than you think. Negative, self-defeating thoughts can hold you back, but positive, empowering thoughts can propel you forward. If your inner voice is always telling you that you're not good enough, not smart enough, or that you'll never succeed, then you're sabotaging your own progress. Fixing your mindset means replacing that negativity with affirmations of growth, ability, and potential. Tell yourself that you can improve, that you will overcome challenges, and that success is within your control if you stay the course. Also, it's crucial to develop a mindset of learning. You're never too old, too skilled, or too advanced to learn something new. No matter how much you think you know, there's always room for growth. People with fixed mindsets often avoid learning because they fear looking incompetent. But a growth mindset thrives on curiosity. The more you learn, the more equipped you are to navigate the challenges that come your way. Finally, fixing your mindset involves surrounding yourself with the right influences. The people you spend time with, the information you consume, and the environment you place yourself in all contribute to shaping your mindset. If you're constantly around negativity, doubt, or people who reinforce limiting beliefs, it's harder to stay focused on growth. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with people who push you to be better, who encourage your growth, and who challenge your thinking, you'll naturally elevate your mindset. In summary, to fix your mindset is to take control of the way you think and how you approach life. It's a shift from limiting beliefs to empowering ones, from fear of failure to embracing challenges. It's about developing resilience, cultivating positive self-talk, and maintaining a mindset of lifelong learning. When you fix your mindset, you open the door to new possibilities and set yourself up for continuous growth and success. Stop making excuses. Excuses are comfort traps. They're the easy way out when things get hard, but they are also the reason people stay stuck. The truth is, as long as you keep making excuses, you'll never make progress. You might feel justified in your excuses. Maybe you didn't have the right support. Maybe life threw some curveballs your way, but at the end of the day, excuses are barriers to your growth. If you want to change your life, you have to stop making excuses. Excuses are often justifications for inaction. You tell yourself, I don't have time, I'm not good enough, I didn't get the same opportunities as others, or I'll do it when the time is right. These statements feel valid in the moment, but they're just masks for fear, laziness, or uncertainty. Every time you make an excuse, you're giving yourself permission to stay in the same place. You're allowing yourself to be comfortable, but comfort won't lead to change. The first step to stopping excuses is recognizing them for what they are: delays on the road to success. You have to face the fact that many of your excuses are just ways to avoid discomfort or effort. Sure, it's easier to say I'm too busy than to reprioritize your time. It's easier to say I'm not ready yet than to push forward with imperfect action. But deep down, you know that nothing will change unless you push past these excuses. One of the most common excuses is lack of time. Many people believe they don't have enough hours in the day to work on their goals. But here's the hard truth: you always have time for what you truly prioritize. If you can make time to scroll through social media, watch TV, or hit the snooze button in the morning, You can make time to work on your dreams. The problem isn't time, it's how you're using it. Stop telling yourself you're too busy and start taking control of your schedule. Discipline yourself to carve out time, even if it's just a little each day, to focus on what matters. Another excuse that holds people back is the fear of failure. What if I try and it doesn't work is a thought that paralyzes many. But guess what? Failure is part of success. No one achieves greatness without stumbling along the way. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is that successful people don't let fear stop them. They try, fail, learn, and try again. You need to stop using fear as an excuse to stay still. The only true failure is never starting. A big part of overcoming excuses is taking responsibility. Excuses shift blame onto external factors, whether it's the economy, your background, other people, or bad luck. But when you take ownership, you accept that it's on you to change your life. Yes, life can be unfair. Yes, obstacles will come. But you can either let them be excuses or use them as fuel to push harder. As long as you blame something outside yourself, you'll never tap into the power you have to shape your own destiny. It's also important to understand that perfectionism is another form of excuse. Waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect conditions, or until you're perfectly ready is just a way to delay taking action. The truth is, there is no perfect moment. The best time to start is now with what you have where you are. You'll never be 100% ready, and that's okay. Start messy, learn along the way, and get better as you go. Progress beats perfection every time. Change your habits. Your habits shape your life. They determine how productive, focused, and successful you are. The small things you do every day, whether good or bad, add up over time and create the reality you live in. If you're not where you want to be, one of the most powerful ways to make lasting change is to change your habits. Your life is the sum of your actions, and your actions are driven by your habits. Here's the thing, your habits either push you toward your goals or pull you away from them. Every time you make a decision, whether it's to work out, procrastinate, study, or waste time, you are reinforcing a habit. Good habits like discipline, focus, and consistency move you forward. Bad habits like laziness, distraction, or unhealthy routines keep you stuck. The key to progress is to deliberately build habits that align with the life you want to create. The first step to changing your habits is awareness. You need to get brutally honest with yourself about what your current habits are. Take a close look at how you spend your time each day. Are you spending hours on social media, watching TV, or doing things that don't bring you closer to your goals? Or are you investing time in productive activities like learning, exercising, or working on your craft? Identifying your bad habits is crucial because you can't change what you're not aware of. Once you're aware of the habits that are holding you back, it's time to replace them with better ones. And here's an important point: you don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Big changes happen through small, consistent actions. Focus on changing one habit at a time. Maybe it's waking up earlier, exercising regularly, or setting aside time to work on a personal project. Start small, but be consistent. Success is about what you do every day, not just occasionally. One of the biggest challenges in changing habits is the all or nothing mentality. People often think they need to be perfect and that one slip up ruins everything. But that's not true. You don't need perfection, you need persistence. If you mess up, don't beat yourself up or give up altogether. Simply get back on track the next day. The goal is progress, not perfection. It's about building habits that become second nature over time, Stop forcing yourself into drastic changes that are unsustainable. Changing your habits also means replacing negative triggers with positive ones. Many bad habits are tied to specific environments, people, or emotions. For example, you might snack mindlessly when you're stressed or waste time when you're bored. To change these habits, you need to replace the triggers. If stress makes you overeat, replace that with a healthier stress relief habit like going for a walk or meditating. If boredom makes you reach for your phone, replace that with reading or working on something productive. Changing the cue changes the habit. Accountability is another powerful tool when changing habits. When you're the only one who knows about your goals, it's easier to slip back into bad habits. But when you share your goals with someone, a friend, a family member, or mentor, you create accountability. Knowing that someone else is watching your progress can motivate you to stick to your new habits, even on days when you don't feel like it. Another important part of changing your habits is understanding the power of routine. People often underestimate how much routines influence their lives. If you establish a strong, positive routine, you'll be less likely to fall back into bad habits. For example, if you start your day with a solid morning routine, waking up early, exercising, and setting your intentions for the day, you're more likely to stay productive throughout the day. Routines give structure to your habits and make it easier to stay consistent. Patience is crucial when changing habits. Habits don't change overnight. It takes time, sometimes weeks, sometimes months for a new habit to stick. And during that time, you'll face setbacks. You'll have days when you don't feel like sticking to your routine or when life gets in the way. But that's part of the process. The key is to stay committed, even when progress seems slow. Over time, the new habit will become automatic, and you won't even have to think about it. Finally, celebrate your wins along the way. Changing habits is hard work, and it's easy to get discouraged if you only focus on the big goal. Instead, recognize the small victories. If you've been consistent for a week, celebrate that. If you've made progress in replacing a bad habit, acknowledge it. Celebrating these small milestones keeps you motivated and reminds you that you're moving in the right direction. In conclusion, if you want to change your life, you must change your habits. Your habits define who you are and what you achieve. Start by identifying the bad habits that are holding you back, and then take small, consistent steps to replace them with better ones. Focus on progress, not perfection, and be patient with yourself. Over time, these new habits will lead to the success and fulfillment you're striving for. Persevere through setbacks. Setbacks are an inevitable part of life. No matter how well you plan or how hard you work, there will always be moments when things don't go your way. You might face failures, unexpected obstacles, or situations that seem to derail your progress. But here's the truth: setbacks are not the end of the road, they're part of the journey. How you respond to them will determine whether you succeed or quit. If you want to achieve anything meaningful, you have to learn to persevere through setbacks. The first thing to understand about setbacks is that they are normal. Everyone faces them, no matter how successful they appear to be. Whether it's losing a job, failing at a project, or facing personal difficulties, setbacks happen to everyone. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is how they react when things go wrong. People who persevere see setbacks as temporary challenges, not permanent failures. They understand that a setback is just a bump in the road, not the end of the journey. Persevering through setbacks requires a shift in mindset. Instead of seeing a setback as a sign that you're not good enough or that you should give up, you need to view it as a learning opportunity. Every setback teaches you something valuable. It shows you what doesn't work, where you need to improve, and how to approach things differently next time. People who persevere use setbacks as feedback, not as reasons to stop. They ask, what can I learn from this? Rather than, why did this happen to me? Another critical aspect of perseverance is resilience. Resilience is your ability to bounce back after a setback. It's about getting back up, no matter how many times you've been knocked down. Building resilience means accepting that setbacks are part of the process and refusing to let them define you. When you're resilient, you don't let a single failure dictate your future. You keep going, knowing that success is often just one more step beyond failure. Resilience is the muscle that grows stronger every time you face adversity and push through it. When you hit a setback, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or discouraged. You might start to doubt yourself or wonder if your goal is even possible. But this is the exact moment when perseverance matters the most. You have to keep moving forward, even when the path isn't clear. Take small steps if you have to, but keep moving. Success rarely comes in a straight line. It's full of twists, turns, and obstacles. Those who persevere understand that setbacks are just part of the journey, not reasons to abandon the destination. One way to persevere through setbacks is to stay focused on your why. Why did you start this journey in the first place? What's driving you to pursue your goal? When setbacks happen, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. But if you stay connected to your deeper purpose, you'll find the strength to push through. Your why will remind you that the challenges are worth it, that the temporary pain and frustration are necessary parts of reaching something greater. Another key to persevering is adjusting your approach. Sometimes a setback is a sign that something in your strategy needs to change. It doesn't mean your goal is out of reach, it just means you might need to try a different path. Be flexible in your methods, but firm in your commitment to the end goal. People who persevere are not afraid to pivot when necessary. They're willing to adapt and experiment until they find what works. It's not about doing the same thing over and over again. It's about being persistent in your efforts while being open to new approaches. Surrounding yourself with support is also crucial when facing setbacks. It's easier to persevere when you have people in your corner who believe in you. Whether it's friends, family, mentors, or a supportive community, these people can offer encouragement when you're feeling low. They can remind you of your strengths, help you see things from a different perspective, and keep you accountable to your goals. Leaning on others during tough times doesn't make you weak, it makes you human. Having a support system can make all the difference in staying the course. Act now. There's power in taking immediate action. Too often we fall into the trap of waiting for the perfect moment, the right circumstances, more experience, more confidence, or better opportunities. But here's the truth, there is no perfect moment. The only time you truly have is right now. If you want to create change, if you want to reach your goals, you have to act now. Waiting breeds hesitation, and hesitation kills momentum. The more you wait, the more excuses you'll find to delay action. You might convince yourself that you're not ready yet, that you need more preparation, or that you'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow turns into next week, next month, and eventually next year. Before you know it, opportunities have passed you by because you didn't seize the moment when it was there. The future you want requires action today, not someday. One of the biggest obstacles to acting now is fear of failure, fear of making mistakes, or fear of the unknown. But fear is often a sign that you're on the edge of something important. If you let fear stop you, you'll never grow or reach your full potential. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's taking action despite it. You don't need to have all the answers or be completely fearless before you start. You just need to take that first step. Action leads to confidence, not the other way around. Acting now doesn't mean you need to have everything figured out. You don't need to see the entire path ahead. All you need is to take the next step. One small action today can create a ripple effect that leads to bigger changes down the road. Whether it's making that phone call, sending that email, starting that project, or committing to a new habit, action creates momentum. Once you get moving, you'll find that things start to fall into place and more opportunities open up. Procrastination is the enemy of success. When you put off taking action, you delay your progress. Every day you wait is a day you could have been getting closer to your goals. People often procrastinate because they feel overwhelmed by the size of their dreams. But the key is to break it down. You don't need to accomplish everything at once, you just need to take consistent action. Small daily efforts add up over time. The most successful people aren't the ones who wait for the perfect moment, they're the ones who take imperfect action every single day. Another important aspect of acting now is that action breeds clarity. Many people hesitate to act because they're not sure what the best course of action is. But the truth is, clarity often comes from doing, not thinking. When you act, you learn. You see what works and what doesn't, and you adjust along the way. But if you stay stuck in analysis paralysis, constantly trying to plan everything perfectly, you'll never get the real-world feedback you need to move forward. Action turns ideas into results, and results bring clarity. Acting now also sends a powerful message to yourself and others. It says, I am serious about my goals. It shows commitment, initiative, and even determination. When you consistently take action, you build a reputation for being someone who follows through, someone who makes things happen. This not only boosts your confidence, but also attracts opportunities and support from others who see that you're serious about your vision. Another benefit of acting now is that it builds momentum. Once you start, you create a chain reaction. Each action you take makes the next one easier. The hardest part is often getting started, but once you do, you'll find that momentum starts to carry you forward. And with momentum, progress happens faster than you might expect. The more you act, the more confidence you gain, and the more your goals start to feel within reach. You also need to understand that time is your most valuable asset. Every day, every hour, every minute is an opportunity to get closer to your goals. The longer you wait, the less time you have to create the life you want. Don't let procrastination steal your time. You don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be moving forward. Act now, and you'll start to see how quickly things can change when you're committed to taking action consistently. Finally, acting now sets you apart from the majority of people. Most people wait. They wait for permission, for guarantees, for the stars to align. But the reality is that success belongs to those who are willing to act when others hesitate. While others are still thinking about it, you're already making progress. The more you act, the more opportunities you create for yourself. Action is the catalyst for change, growth, and success. In conclusion, act now, because waiting won't get you closer to your dreams, but action will. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect plan, just start. Take that first step, no matter how small, and trust that momentum will build from there. Push through fear, silence procrastination, and take control of your time. The future belongs to those who act now, so don't let hesitation hold you back. Start today, and you'll be amazed at how quickly your life can change when you take action. In the end, remember this: life doesn't wait. Opportunities don't wait. Success doesn't wait. You have to be willing to take that first step, even when it's hard, even when it's uncertain. You have to own your choices, embrace the discipline, and refuse to make excuses. Every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the person you're meant to become. You can't change your life overnight, but you can change your habits, your mindset, and your actions starting right now. So stop waiting for permission. Stop holding yourself back. The time to fix yourself, to grow, to succeed is now. Make the commitment to act, to persevere, and to never give up. Because the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the action you take today. Start now, and let today be the day that changes everything.